from outside. Booker outside. Allen inside. And Oden sends it back. It's tipped. Stolen by Garland. Pass to Robinson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
Young left side. Outside, George puts up a 3. Buries it from three-point range.
The most lethal part of Young's game. His outside shot is often on the money.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. And it's good on the layup.
I think the improved strength, right? Devin Booker willing to take on the defender, and he wins out.
And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard doors, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Bangs home the trifecta.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Oubre. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
George way outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:34 left here in the first quarter. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance effort. In deep. Leonard drops it in.
Kawhi Leonard's length lets him play bigger than his size.
Here's Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Outside, George. And some nice passing there by Houston. Houston needs to get a shot off. To the middle. Here's Oden. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Kicks it out to Booker. Cans it from downtown. Booker's got 7.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
Pass to Manning. From outside the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Booker. 7 points in the game. Back to Allen. Great D that time from Leonard.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy to have.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Houston. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Houston leading by 5. And it's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. To the inside. Outside for George. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Manning. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. And here's Young from the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. They have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A drive by Booker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 11 points.
Now, guys, what a terrific feel for the young Booker. Knows exactly how to take what the defense gives him.
Young outside. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Leonard draws the double. Another shot. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And they're moving it up. Ahead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And remember the buzz. It was huge around Manning when he was taken with that #1 pick in the draft. And you know what? It should have been. This guy was a stud for all 4 years in college.
Timberwolves trailed by 11. To the wing right side. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Dunn. Unable to get that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Right side Robinson. And here is Van Vliet. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers, done showing great vision.
To the paint. And to get open is Robinson. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Redick is in the corner. Pass to Tucker. Marjanovic down low. On the money with the shot from the left block. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets. The slam dunk by Robinson.
I love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Redick. Pass to Tucker. Back to Dunn. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Chris Dunn has proven over and over he is not afraid of drawing contact on these shots.
And he sinks the second. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Minnesota. Down by 12. Banked in off the glass. Van Vliet's got his first bucket in this one. And a wide open look. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beat. And so it's the Houston Rockets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
But they get it there. Pass to Tucker. Three-pointer. Houston gets it back. Redick up top. And it's Tucker atop the key. Goes up again. And Houston again with the bucket.
You know, that an area where Tucker continues to improve, making the extra pass.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Pass to Dunn, and the layup is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Booker looking around. Pass to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
On the wing, George. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Paul George with the steal. Inside, Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Pass to Harris. On the wing, Booker. over Young. And Oden pulls it down.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Young for three. Kept alive. And Leonard stays with it. And the Rockets lead by 18.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Powered down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance.
Always amongst the league leader in steals, Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break.
Rockets have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Booker. 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Robinson to end the run. And Robinson throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Shot's good from Young.
And this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Here's Van Vliet. And only 6 feet tall in shoes. Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 16-6 run. Young with no one around. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
To the middle. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Harris outside. Baseline J on the way. The shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shot's good from Oden.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Manning with the bucket.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And Hayes throws it down.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has...
And so it's Houston, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Young inside. Outside, George. Stolen by Garland. Back to Booker. Got a hand on it. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Here's Robinson. And so George will bring it up for Houston. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Booker in the corner. For the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Young for three. Gets that one through the hole. Make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Outside, Robinson to the paint. It's deflected. Down low. Hayes. And Oden sends it back. Here's Manning. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on David Robinson. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Manning. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots.
Young for three. Does not find the basket. He's shooting 50% from the floor on 14 tries. Pass to Garland. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by the Rockets?
And here's Young from the arc. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Manning. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
Devin Booker has got a 70-point game in his history. He is cooking. You might want to check him tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Minnesota making a switch here. Of course, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, Where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Harris misses.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Garland, no good. Rockets on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Young for three. Houston with a new 14. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Now, here's Shamet. So we see the Rockets taking the win here.